YouTube, you saucy lot. Hope you lot alright. It's your boy, the Blade Runner. Anyway, yesterday's haircut, today's haircut was on my mate Dredds. Now, Dredds, he is an awesome guy, heart of gold, camper than a row of pink tents, but he's just the most lovable bloke you could be. Anyway, we're going for a bit of a Johnny Bravo look with a little bit of curl going on as well. But yeah, so I'm using a twist cutting method. So we keep all the length on the top. But what we wanted to do was really just twist it actually to the hair, give it a little bit more texture, gives it a little bit more lift so we can really push it up. Because his hair is quite fine, and if you don't put the texture into it, it don't work. But anyway, use the TPOB Goblins, and anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm out of it. I'll see you later. Right, so we've got this very cool dude in the shop. Absolutely love this bloke. We're going for a bit of a Johnny Bravo kind of look, so we can work with a high disconnection. We're not really going to be taking much off the top. We're not going to take any length at all, actually. We're just going to take the hair, we're going to twist cut it. I'll show you that technique later on. But yeah, so we just grip the hair out of the way. Gone with the TPOB Goblins. I'm using the grade 0.5 actually on the clipper. And yeah, I've got it open at the moment. Just coming up to where the section line is, just by the parietal. So yeah, I'm using the CapCut now. I went over to CapCut Pro. I was using iMovie for quite some time, but I just found it was really limited. So using CapCut Pro, and I think it just makes editing a lot easier. It's a lot more fun as well, and you've got a lot more options. So if anybody's into video editing, you know, and if they're using, I don't know, DaVinci, iMovie, whatever, have a good look at CapCut, because I think it's absolutely awesome. But yeah, this guy, I've been doing his hair a while, and yeah, Dredds is he's just the most kindest, funniest guy you could meet, and yeah, he's just always a pleasure to have in the chair. So yeah, just getting rid of all that hair at the moment with the 0.5. When you're doing a haircut like this, try and get your sections as clean as possible when you're sectioning that top section off. It just makes it look a lot neater, and when you're clippering, you're going to find that you're not going to be catching any hair that's supposed to be in the top section. So yeah, just debulking at the moment. You know, I'm not really paying that much attention to the hair at the back like on the hairline, because I'm going to be taking it out with a short clipper grade anyway. So yeah, I've got the got no guard on the clipper now, and I've got the guard closed. Not pushing in too hard, because I don't want to put in that skin line too hard, because as I've said in other videos, if you set that skin line in too hard, you know, you will get it out, but it just takes a lot more effort. So yeah, you don't need to put that skin line in quite so hard. You know, when I was doing the YouTube videos, first of all, I was finding I was just setting the guideline in just so hard, you know, and I was using like the little trimmers to do it would have been gapped, because I was getting such a hard line. And you know, you think about it, why do you want to put that line in that's so hard? It just makes it more difficult to get out. So yeah, just working with no guard on the clipper, and I've got it closed at the moment. So because I'm going to be running the foils on this in a short while, you know, you really want to be taking as much care as possible just to get that hair as short as possible. Anything you're going to be foiling, yeah, get it in as clean as possible, because if you don't, when you're putting the foils through it, you know, it's going to put more tension on the foils, which will cause it to snag. And you know, if the hair is too long, if you've left bits that are too long, you're going to find that the foils are just going to totally just skip over those hairs. So I'm just using the TPOB the Goblin trimmers at the moment, just to get it down as short as possible. It's a shame they're not making these trimmers anymore. I think they are fantastic. You know, you can still get the Goblin, but I'm pretty damn sure you can't buy the trimmer anymore. So if you want a comparison trimmer with it, then it would be the Starcraft Instinct. Right, so we're just going to foil it out now using the Brawn Series 9. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this CapCut. Just really playing around with it at the moment, looking at all the transitions. You know, I've got a lot to learn on it, but you know, I would say if you're thinking of using CapCut, you know, if you've used iMovie, it's quite an easy thing to move over to. So always keep your beard brush handy as well. That way, you know, when you're foiling hair or anything over like a grade 1 or a 1.5, you should really be using your beard brush. Anything over that, use your comb. Just neaten that up a little bit. So no guard on the clipper, but I've got the clipper open at the moment. I think a common mistake I see with people when they're actually trying to fade, they don't leave enough room for the transition between each grade. You know, you want to be giving yourself a real decent bit of room, actually stretching those guidelines out a little bit further than what you would normally. One of the hardest things when you're actually doing a video, people who've started making barbering videos, they'll tell you this, that you know, if you're using the tripod with an actual for your camera, how can I explain it? Normally when you're cutting somebody's hair, you'll be standing right in front of the hair, but a lot of the time if you've got your tripod set up, if you're standing right in front of the hair, then you're going to find that your back might get in the way of the tripod, so you've almost got to stand at a slight angle just so the camera can actually see what's being cut. So I started open, then close and open, just really detailing those bits out because I just want to be killing that skin line off. If you're trying to kill off a skin line and you're just a little bit nervous about it, what I would say is open the clipper up. I mean, this is great, this clipper, because it's got like a click guard. So if you're worrying about maybe taking too much hair out, start with it on the lowest click. In other words, where the guard is at its longest, and then just work down from there. I've seen it when, you know, and I've done it myself, when you think I've got a tiny little line to take out, you go in with the clippers closed and then you just put another line in. So I always find it's just best to just start off with where it's maybe slightly longer and not taking out that skin line, and then just work the guard down and eventually you'll get that out. thing is not to be too hasty. You know, when you're trying to take out that line, you know, I've seen it where people, they go in and say, and I've done it before, where you go, right, I'm just gonna nail this line, and you go in and the clipper's too short, and you actually end up putting another line in. Okay, so I've got the clipper guard 0.5, and I've closed it up because I just realised I've got to take out that little bit of a shadow there. And slowly but surely that line will come out. But yeah, you should never rush trying to get the lines out. I find that everybody's in such a hurry to get the clients done. You know, clients like to have a little bit of time spent on them. You know, majority do. Some people, they just want to get in and out of the shop as quick as possible. But these days I find that guys, they want that little bit of time spent on it, because they know if you're spending time on it and you're striving to get a better haircut. Alright, so I'm just going to drop the hair down now, take all those clips out. So he's got naturally quite floppy hair, obviously standing up at the moment because we've had the clips in it, but we want to put a little bit more texture into the hair. So we're just going to soak the hair down. And we're quite liking that length. You know, Dredds, he's basically wanting to keep a bit of length on top, he wants to grow it out a bit, but he just doesn't like the fact it falls totally flat. So I've gone from a section known as a radial, it's gone from ear to ear past the crown. And what I'm doing is I take the hair, I twist it, and then I'm just going to cut a few different lengths into it. The reason we twist it is because if you don't twist it and you just cut it, there's a very good chance you actually might see the hair being marked. So yeah, so you take the hair, then you're going to twist it. Then you're just going to go through different lengths and just cut into it a bit. Taking horizontal sections, again twisting the hair. You know, so many barbers, they're just all about just using the thinning scissors. And you know, there is a place for the thinning scissors. You know, I use the thinners, but a lot of people I'm finding, well, some people, they're just going over the top with the thinning shears. You know, thinning shears, they're not there to create shape, they're there to refine the shape. So again, just twisting it through. Now I want that texture through the top. I'm not so fussed about having that texture through the front. So I'm not really going to be twisting it up too much at the front, just over directing back slightly. Move the hair, see how it feels. You know, your hands will always be a really good gauge of how the hair is feeling. So what I'm going to do is, because his hair is on the slightly fine dry side, I'm using the curl cream through the hair. I find if you don't use any curl cream, if you basically put the hairdryer on it, you're going to fry the hair. So what this does, it just gives it a little bit of texture, helps thicken it up a little bit, but it also gives you heat protection against the hairdryer. Then we're going to use a classic technique which was really we used to use in the 1980s. Yes, I am that old, and it's basically it's called a scrunch dry. Now this technique, it was discovered by Vidal Sassoon. If you guys are new to hairdressing, Vidal Sassoon was the goat of hairdressing. He was one of the very few hairstylist actually made it on the front cover of Vogue. And all you do is you've got the hairdryer on a high heat but a low power level, and you're literally just scrunching the hair up and putting the hair into the inside of your hands, or you dry it into the inside of your hands, drying what's in your hand, moving it around. And slowly but surely you'll start getting the look that you want. Yeah, really scrunch. It's quite satisfying when you're scrunching the hair. But yeah, this technique, it was actually discovered by accident. I can tell you about that another day. You see that twist cutting, it's allowed me to get that texture. And what that does, it allows me to get that lift. So yeah, we're going full Johnny Bravo. If you are scrunch drying it, make sure that you get it totally dry. If you leave it slightly damp compared to the rest of some other bits that you would have dried through totally, what you're going to find is it's going to frizz and it will just drop. So you've got, yeah, when you scrunch drying, you have to get it totally dry all the way through. See, I started my hairdressing career in the late 80s, about 1989 I think it was, and you know, everybody was having, you know, because I started off in ladies hairdressing and everybody was having this spiral perm and loads of perms, and people just wanted that big kind of 80s look. And yeah, great time to actually learn your trade. Like using the trimmers just to take off any soft bits around the front. I've done that. I'm just going to use that beard brush to literally just to make sure any loose bits of hair are gone. Bit of hairspray. He does love it all puffed up. It's just going to give him that little bit of hold. So yeah, got a little bit Johnny Bravo-ish, just with that high fade. Just a little bit curly bit at the front. So anyway guys, yeah, really hope you liked the video. Now at the end of the video, he asked if I'd put love hearts on it, but I can't quite do that for him. So I've stuck some butterflies on it, as you'll see in a moment. But anyway, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm out of here. See you later. How's that, you cheeky beast?
I'm loving it.
Are you feeling sexy?
I'm feeling a little bit sexy.
Ready for the weekend?
Ready for the weekend.
Say, ooze, ooze.